What's going on, family? It's the Lucky Libra in the building, the hood pastor, the hood guru, Saturn's favorite nephew. I appreciate y'all liking, sharing, and subscrizzling. All right, guys, tap into my Patreon if y'all like to dive deeper. Tap into my website if you like to connect on a one-on-one level with the Lucky Libra. All right, guys, 9 more days until the What's Love Got to Do With It masterclass, where I'm covering everything you need to know about your birth chart, karma, and potential with relationship activity in your life. All right, guys, link in bio. Grab your seat. 9 more days. All right, 2-day event on the 2-day live event. All right, February 18th. February 19th. So y'all could go ahead and tap in with that. But y'all see the title. Let's get into the vibes. Let's get into the vibes. All right. Leo in the 11th house. Libra rising. All right, let's download. Let's get into it. Let's channel some energies here. Leo, the expressive one, the attention is connected to your sun sign. First of all, what is the 11th house? Let's start there. 11th house, the external realm. Everything else, outside. All right. The 11th house is outside, social house. Unfamiliar faces and places. All right. When your friend bring you to an event and you at the event, you at the baby shower, you at the wedding, you at this party, you at this private function, and all you know is your friend. All these other people there is 11th house people. You don't know them. All right. Business partners, associates, communities, groups, churches, nonprofit group you're a part of. Right. 11th house activity. All right. So we're dealing with those business groups and associates, a strong sense of community here, spiritually inclined house, dealing with abstract thoughts. Okay. But, you know, relationships make the world go round. And we understand that when we jump into the 11th house. Okay. Somebody that you don't know from a hole in the wall may be the specific person you need to be connecting and relating to, you know, to make a dream come true. All right, guys. And then we put Leo in here. All right. The light, the attention, the expressive one, the lion, a lioness. All right. Now, what do we already know about our Leo house? It's connected to our sun, right? Because the sun rules this house. So whatever house we have Leo in is going to be an area where we manifest attention. So let's start right there, Libra rising. Let's start right there. The fact that you guys feel like you get lack of support, you know, or don't get as much support, don't get as much of a push, as much encouragement, damn near as much inspiration. Because, you know, sometimes Libra energy, we got the lack of sun energy. Even though we're talking about Libra rising, but, you know, Libra energy lacks sun energy. So it could really feed off the inspiration of others. So Libra risers need to understand when they get into this area, all right, you may be a Libra rising, but your sun may not, you know, unless you're an Aquarius sun or a Libra sun, your sun is pretty much neutral or really good with sun energy, right? If you're what's the signs that have good sun energy? Mars and Leo, all right? But with all that being said, Libra rising needs to understand that they need to be active in this house, all right? They need to be active in this house, because Libra can start to manifest situations in their life, Libra rising, where they feel like they don't experience a sense of support with the relationships around them. And, you know, Libra's cardinal air. So when you're pushing out your own ideas, right? Because cardinal energy is the starter, is the creator. So Libra like to push out its own ideas and have other people, it likes to be the conversation starter. It likes to, yeah, Libra likes to relate, but it wants to make sure that we're talking about what I want to talk about in the fashion I want to talk about it, right? Sometimes Libras could, you know, jump into a funny money energy when people aren't agreeing with their thought. We don't talk about that too much, but it's cardinal air. When you don't align with their creative thought, their starter thought, then that can be discouraging for the Libra. So when Libra's experiencing this within close relationships or even in their partnerships, that could be discouraging, especially for something to do with a creative endeavor, a business endeavor, you know. So it's both ways. Libra's got to, you know, learn not to try to impose their ideas and thoughts on others, and, you know, understand other people got their individuality, but that's what Aries in the 7th house teach you. But anyway, we're not talking about the house. We're talking about Leo in the 11th house. So jumping back to Leo in the 11th house, Libra, this is where a lot of your supporters be at. This is not just supporters, but Libra risings, you manifest situations in your life where whatever you're creating, we know we manifest attention in our Leo house, but whatever Libra rising is creating, trying to structure a dream aspiration they have, you got to jump out into the world and try to connect it to people you don't know, more than relying on people you do know. Because Libra rising, you're going to get discouraged. You're going to get discouraged trying to rely on people you do know at times, people around you. Yes, you got to work your contacts and resources, but at some point, Leo in the 11th house, you need to have your expression felt outside in the world. Okay, now we know Leo opposite here. The 11th house is dealing with, you know, business partners, associates. Okay, got that Saturn influence, networking. So when you put Leo in here, you have to make sure, Libra rising, you're not getting too caught up in just the potential energy or the vibrant expression that you get brainstorming with somebody and not following out through the plan. Libra in the 11th house, you manifest some situations. You have a lot of potential business partners, potential collaborative situations, and the inspiration, the charge, those first brainstorming sessions were, you know, got you so high, right? So motivated and inspired to go ahead and, you know, see what the potential to this group, association, partnership could do, this collaboration could do. But it has to be followed out and not just stayed in the sunlight, not just stayed in the potential energy of things. All right. Libra rising, you got to make sure when you got something that you got going on creatively, especially in the age of Aquarius, you jump into that 11th house and you let others that don't know you, you know, see your sunlight. And because you have a debilitation as a Libra rising, at least in your first house, you have a debilitation of sunlight. That's why it's important for you to be active in the 11th house, because you'll start to become encouraged and gain confidence in expressing yourself, expressing your true value, expressing your true self-worth into the world by making sure you're out in spaces, in these environments where people don't have this familiar relationship with you, and they could just see you for your talent. They could just see you for your, you know, your creative potential, your creative awareness, right? The value you're bringing to this business group, this creative group in some type of shape or form. And that starts to give the Libra rising more confidence in whatever they're expressing or utilizing their sunlight, right? I mean, utilizing sun energy in general, you know, aka taking initiative to express yourself and gain attention through your actions and be seen, manipulate the attention energy. Okay. So that's very important, Libra rising. Get out in the world. Get out in the world. Do not lean too much on your familiar relationships, and don't try to force. I know you're a partner. I'm a Libra, but we can't try to force others to be a part of what we doing. You have to find a way to express yourself and throw it out in the world and see who it attracts here. I preach that in general, and now that I think about it, I might preach that in general a lot of the times. I don't like that my tank top showing a little bit. I might preach that a lot of the times because as a Libra sun, I'm experiencing some of that life path energy. So I'm just now realizing now. I stay telling a lot of my church members, y'all know I say that all the time, like, get out in the world and attract your tribe. Throw your value out in the world and attract your tribe. But that's how it is. That's how it is. Okay. Now, with Leo in the 11th house, this also shows you're going to have a lot of access to attract people who relate to the things you creatively into, Libra. All right. So you can have people try to speak life into you, Sun, Leo, vitality, life. You can have people try to speak life into you, and you're also going to have the moment you start pushing out your creative awareness or whatever it is you're trying to gain attention for out in the world, you will attract people who's into the same things. Now the thing here is, what do we know Leo energy, you know, has a strong influence of? The ego. So Libra, this now, remember, we talking about the first and the 11th house connection, which is a sextile. So our personality, our first house, our personal life can manifest a lot of opportunities being out in the world and connecting with others, right? So this is the natural sextile, is the Leo-Libra sextile. So Libra knows how to give Leo a little bit more tact, information, and direction with how it deals with his creative expression. And, you know, Leo feeds off of that air-like energy, so it has more detail to what it's doing creatively and is able to relate it some more, have an understand how other people respond to its expression in some type of shape or form. So you got that combination right there, that fire, air, you know, fire, air helps fire travel. So when we're looking at Leo in this house, it's important to understand that you have to kind of gauge Libra rising when you jump into the 11th house, the ego of some people that you might be dealing with. So yes, you're going to be able to access a lot of people that's into the things that you're into. But once you start really getting into like real business partnerships, real collaborative efforts, you know, you have to gauge the ego. I'm not even talking about yourself, the ego of others, and really take that into account as to how that may affect what y'all building and structuring, right? Whether this person thinks they're all this, that, and third, whether this person, has a way of bigging you up, but it's controlling at the same time, bigging you up, but really wants to remain the face and not let you get the shine that you're supposed to get. Like, it's just little funny money energy you get when it comes into ego out in the world and different partnerships and relationships that you build and structure things with others out here. Okay. The dark side of Leo also manifests. The dark side of Leo has a lot to do with that ego energy, and you can have almost a little bit of secret hater energy, in this house, because this is going to be the area where Libra Libra gets into the 11th house. Libra throws their creative endeavors into the world. Libra starts, mingling with other people out in the world, trying to relate their value in some type of shape or form, their Venus, their value. And then you might attract energies where when people see you getting that attention, like, damn, Libra, you creative with this. Damn, Libra, you know how to dress. Damn, Libra, that fashion label that you developing is dope. Damn, Libra, you could really sing, or whatever it is. Damn, Libra, your personality, your charisma. You got that Leo energy there, so it might be certain parties that ain't feeling the attention you're getting. So you got to be on your P's and Q's at the same time with Leo in that 11th house, Once again, you got that opposite chart. So you put a Leo in the 11th house. Yeah, you in this group of 5 people, you with 4 other people, 3 people in the group, they love that you're a part of the group. They're trying to make sure you're the face. They want the world to see, your talent standing third, and you're not realizing the whole time that other 4th member ain't feeling you. Ain't feeling that he not the face in some type of shape or form. He or she not the face. So you can manifest some of that with Leo in the 11th house as well. Now, your sun is connected to this house. So Libra rising, whatever your sun is at, that is going to be an area that's going to be an area of your life that you're always going to have easy access into connecting out there, right? So let's say you got the sun, in the 5th house, which is the opposite house. That's a huge impact in demanding the stage. Not demanding the stage, but attracting the stage, attracting the spotlight out in the world amongst your groups and partnerships. You may get exalted into being the face and get thrown on the stage a lot of the times. Just having Leo in the 11th house, you're going to manifest situations. Once again, your group associations, they're going to want you to be the face. They're going to want you to be on the stage. And they may throw you off because it might not be something you're used to with your close surroundings. So that's why I always urge my Libra risings to make sure y'all get out in the world and don't try to rely too much on, relationships that's close to the home. You got Leo in the 11th. It's a lot of attention, a lot of notoriety to gain when you're trying to get in front of people you don't know. Okay? We know Leo is also dealing with the inner child here. Leo's dealing with the inner child. So Libra, you can manifest a lot of situations with Leo in this house where when you go out to the 11th house, things that your inner child needs, it could be people from a hole in the wall that you don't know and that you could create deep bonds with because y'all share an inner child trait. So let's say, just make anything, like music, whatever. Let's say just music is something that you're not really taking it as a career, this, that, and the third, but it's fulfilling as far as something that you do on a personal level, from a creative level, this, that, and the third. You don't have like big dreams, aspirations for it, but you love dealing with music, creating music, and you can always rely on this house to find resources, contacts with people that can help you keep that in motion, and you could build, you could sustain that habit in your life in some type of shape. From like, yo, bro, you want to pull up to the studio, this, that, and the third, because you was making your music. You met this engineer, you met these other rappers out in the 11th house, right? You went to the studio to go record music, and this engineer there, and then other rappers came in. You started getting cool with them, and now you have direct access to always dealing with things in a creative level in that 11th house because of them associations you make. But you'll do this a lot. This will happen a lot depending on how much you pour into that 5th house activity. If you got the sun in the 7th house, you know, you're always going to be able to meet other people based off who you already know. All right. So you'll have some relationships with, you know, whoever you have relationships with, friendships, this, that, and the third, even your intimate partner. And then the things that you do creatively, they may know somebody that connect you out to this group association or to a bigger opportunity in some type of shape or form. You got Venus, you got the sun in the 8th house in some type of shape or form. You can have a strong transformative motivational influence on the world, on the collective, based off of what you do from a creative perspective, Libra rising. Okay, so you just want to gauge where that sun is at. Wherever that sun is at, you have to know your natural expression. It jumps into the 11th house a whole lot. And Libra rising, this is also why sometimes you be feeling out of place with your close relationships. You be feeling out of place with people that's in your surroundings, because your expression, your awareness, your sun is attached to a house that's dealing with abstract thought. So you view the thoughts, the mindset, Libra risers may not realize this, Libra energy may not realize this, that you're always viewing the mentality of the world, the mentality of people in society, mentality of people in this group. You're very aware of those things, having your sun, Leo in that 11th house. So you subconsciously express things from abstract thought, whether it's things dealing with your spiritual inclination, whether it's things dealing with you know, societies in the world, secret societies, you know, understanding how relationships work on a matrix level, on a spiritual level. So when you start expressing these things, depending on if your close circle is even exposed or you know, even likes to be entertained, because we could use the word entertain for real. You be entertained entertained and intrigued and studious and curious, like all of these things when it comes into how the world works with relationships. So your natural expression alone can come off, you know, representing the minds of others, representing groups, communities. That's another reason why you'll get exalted at certain points with Leo here, because you can be the one, since you aware of the group, since you aware of how other people's in a group, because Libra be knowing other people better than they know themselves. Is the relationship sign, is the opposite of Aries. We be knowing people better than we know ourselves. So Leo in the 11th house, people will want Libra to be the face of the group, the president of the campaign, because they feel like Libra can represent the minds and thoughts of others in the group. And it'll show out through when you guys have group discussions, when you're brainstorming about things. People will pick that up about your expression. They will pick that up that you see these things, that you make other people in the group, everybody in the group feel seen. So that secret hater energy I spoke about, you in a group with 5 people, not one of them is hating on you, is 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, Libra gonna pick that up. That person energy is a little funny, money is a little off. And depending on what Libra rising sun or moon is how they may take action responding to that. But Libra rising most likely gonna pick that up. This is your sun's awareness. This is where your sun's awareness is at. And you know, you're really intuitive when it comes into the mentalities of others, but you have to, that intuition, that awareness has to be, you know, really used with discernment when you start seeing what groups, associations that you're going to be a part of, church, communities, creative groups, associations of all sorts. Especially Libra, you know how passive the Libra energy can be. So especially if you're getting gassed up and hyped up by others to be a part of something, depending on where your ego is at, Libra rising, you allow yourself to participate with a group that doesn't align with your frequency vibration. And now you get into a situation where you upholding a responsibility with a group association that you really don't want to, you know, and now you just in a whole, now you feeling like you stepping on toes. If you leave here, what if they start exalting you a bit here? They start wanting you to be the face to stand in third. You wait too long to be like, all right, guys, I'm sorry. I don't want to be the pastor of this church, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the face. I don't want to be the face of this rap group. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know how I got other things I really want to do this, that. So you got to be really cautious and really be able to make this. Remember, Libra rising, you be lacking sun energy, at least in your first house. So you have to make sure that that expression of what you want and how you want to, what you want to claim in the 11th house, what groups you're willing to be a representative of, be a part of. You don't allow yourself to passively fall into these spaces, all right? Because whatever you're intentional about from a creative level, you will be able to access people that support that, all right? This house can also make you jump into extreme expression. This house can also make you jump into extreme expression, because if it's Leo in the 11th house, that means people are always going to try to put you in the spotlight. If it's Leo in the 11th house, it's always going to be somebody you don't know that's going to be, you know, egging you to express yourself. So depending on what spaces you're in, and you might not be in the mood, you might not be in a certain energy, it might be you going to an orientation for work. This is low key. Well, that's really like 6th house space, but depending on an environment, because it's people you don't know, unfamiliar faces, you know, people could be a little curious about you. It's almost egging you on to express yourself. So if somebody's doing that in an annoying, frustrating way, now Libra rising, you could jump into an an extreme form of expression. So sometimes people turn you up a little bit, too much in the 11th house, and you got to be able to watch how other people get under your skin when you involved with other people out in the world. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying, is there's a balance here. At the same time, you know, we always gonna talk about the light and dark side. You got to be able to gauge when it's time for you to establish your expression here, though. Whether it's an opportunity to be on the stage, you're like, all right, this is my time to shine. This is my 15 minutes of fame. Let them hear my voice. Let them see my awareness about this. Let me show them what I'm experienced about. Or, you know, somebody trying to play with you in some type of shape or form, Libra rising. Somebody trying to play with you in the 11th house. Somebody trying to take advantage of your time, you know, take advantage of you in some type of shape or form. And you have to lay the law down with your expression here. And Leo's going to force you to do that. And you're going to learn here doing that. All right. I don't want to say learn so much as far as it being like a square of opposition or a alignment with friction, but this house is going to call for your expression. And once again, you're going to gain confidence in your expression on all levels, whether you're doing it from a back against the wall perspective, or you're doing it learning how to take your personality, your charisma, your creative awareness, and throw it out into the world so it can manifest something. All right. But for the most part, that's what's going on with my Libra risings, Libra, Leo, all them L's, Leo, Libra. Shout out to my Libra risings, Leo in 11th house, man. Tap into the Patreon if you want to dive deeper. Tap into my website if you want to connect on a one-on-one level with the lucky Libra guys. Once again, 9 days. All right, 9 days, February 18th, 19th, to dive into the What's Love Got to Do With It master course. And other than that, family, appreciate the like, share, subscribes. All right, y'all know I appreciate that. We got to keep building the church up, right? Got to keep on circulating these gems. All right, but other than that, family,